Hey everyone, Derek. I'm a seven-figure Amazon seller. I'm continuing my video series on how to launch a brand lean and fast using AI tools. In this video, I'm going to be showing how to do logo design using ChatGPT and an online AI logo creator. So let's get into it. All right. I played around a bunch with ChatGPT to prep for this video, and then I basically just pasted all the results from ChatGPT into Notion because it's easier to go through. Don't have to wait for ChatGPT to put out the results. But in essence, when you create a logo, and we'll just back up to show where we are in the series here. So we've done all this. I will do another video on creating a unique selling proposition. It wasn't really needed to do the logo just yet. We've already come up with the brand name. So now it's time for the logo. Having the logo drives a lot of other steps in the brand creation process because we need it to develop assets such as packaging design, websites, and all that. To develop the brand, typically what you would need to do is create a brand guide or creative brief that you can then share with a designer. And they take all that into account when developing the logo and the branding, like how the brand is presented, type font and colors and all that. So what do? We use ChatGPT for that. So I asked ChatGPT with a brief description of the product to write a brand guide for this product. Did a pretty good job here. Introduction, brand purpose, brand vision. It's all in line with what I asked. So on focusing on health and wellness. And this is the important stuff it gets into here for this video. So logo guidelines. Stanmore logo should represent the core values of the brand: health, wellness, innovation, and quality. I really like that. Should be modern, clean, easily recognizable, and it may reflect the functionality and portability of the product, such as a stylized tripod or a person standing in a healthy posture. So I really like that. That was always what I was picturing for the brand. If you guys saw my sketches in some of the videos before, typography, clean, modern, legible typeface to represent the brand. Okay, I like that too. And just because we're trying to cast a big net with this product, not only going after travelers and digital nomads, but also just the general work from home crowd and even potentially selling to big corporations as B2B, we want it to be universal. We don't want it to be just going on for one of those niches. So the color palette here, energetic, reflecting brand's commitment to health and wellness. Consider using shades of green, blue, and or gray to evoke feelings of stability, growth, and well-being. From my standpoint, I wasn't really stoked on the green or blue or really even having too much color. I do like the idea of gray, and so we're going to keep that in mind. And that kind of covered that. So I kept prompting this a little more while looking forward to actually doing the logo design. I said, what should the primary brand colors be? Expanded on the green, blue. I didn't really like that too much, but I did focus in on white and gray. I think that's a little bit more universal and comes from a position of authority. So I like the white and gray approach, and we'll get into that a little bit later. What should be the font type? I really just because choosing a font, there's thousands. It's like, where do I even start? And me just not being a designer or having a huge design background, I really need help with this. So just ask ChatGPT, primary font, Bravato, secondary font, Open Sans. For me, it's okay, perfect. That takes a lot of thinking out of this. With all that in mind, let's check out another AI tool that you can use for logo design. I'll show you. I already went through this, but we should show it live. What is your name? By the way, this was recommended by one of my coworkers, Daniel. So shout out, Daniel. Thank you. Okay, so select a category. For us, we're doing product brand. So okay, pick at least 3 logos that you like. We will mimic their styles. I went through this. Let's just go through real quick. This, because it has the tool. This is decent. This is decent. Like this. Okay. So yeah, basically pick the ones that appeal to you and that you can see your brand being similar styles. Okay, now select a color. The ChatGPT recommended blues and greens. I wasn't stoked on those, so I went ahead and just picked the more like gray and white. Input slogan. I'm gonna skip that for now. I do have an idea for a slogan in mind, but just to keep this simple, I'm gonna keep it out. Okay, so select an icon. So something we can try here is standing desk. See what it comes up with. It has a keyword for that. That's good. I thought this was applicable, even though it's not our type of standing desk. It still looks pretty good. And I like this one because it shows the best posture. Okay. So just with those pretty minimal inputs, it's going to go ahead and give us some options here. So basically, I could just scroll through this and really just get a lot of ideas. This is pretty simple, but I still think it still looks good. I like this. Don't really like the cursive, but I do this too. This is nice. For me, I like having the two words have more distinguishing them to really show you that it is two different words and makes it easier to say. So like when I do like when there's a bigger S and M that really breaks up the words. You can see this is pretty nice because to do this with a designer or someone on Upwork or even 99 Designs, this takes people a decent amount of time to put these together. Okay. This is cool. I'm also trying to picture what this will look like when it's printed on the actual product. Okay, so I like this look where you have that separation. Okay, so what I did was I wasn't none of these were like, okay, this is exactly what I want. And I also know that this isn't the exact logo that I want because this isn't picturing or showing the actual desk product. So I basically used all this as inspo, but then opened up Adobe Illustrator. So I know this is not an AI tool, but in this case, the AI didn't get me all the way. I'm going to show how I used it as inspo to really finish this off. So I went into Illustrator. If you guys are interested, Illustrator can be a little complex for beginners, but I learned it during COVID for another project. First, what I did was I went into Adobe stock and I just got a stock photo of a standing desk. What I did was standing desk, stick figure. So there was these in here. So you basically just I think I pulled this one. There you go. Boom. I downloaded that. I threw that in here. So it comes into Adobe Illustrator. And then I used some design skills and really took the same stick figure, but put his arms in the position, which is a 90-degree angle. And then I sketched out a profile view of the standing desk and showed him working at it. I threw in a crown because it added a little bit of flair for me. And I thought it was pretty unique and a little bit humorous. So this is what I ended up with for the icon. I showed this to you guys yesterday. Then I just started playing around with the words with the icon. Just put in some text, put in some background. This is like a negative view. This is how it will look on the product. I actually really like these. I reviewed these with the team, Brandon and Cacao. They made some suggestions. One was to put it all in uppercase, which I liked as well. And started ending up with putting the gray in here, still with the icon. And to me, this is really headed in the right direction. And what I'm going to plan to do is have our Noveo design team just really quickly finish this off to make it really crisp and clean. But overall, this is the direction that we're heading, and I'm super stoked to really see this coming together. Let me know what everyone thinks. Appreciate it as always. Talk to you soon.